Kia ora e te whānau. Well, as well as this exciting news, I have some more exciting news. The banging from the sash windows, yeah, no longer a thing. My friend Caroline, thank you very much, told me months and months ago about window brushes. Guess what? I put them in and now my windows don't bang. So I'm honestly really excited about that. And if you've been hanging around for a while, you would be too. So this is my Kate Greenaway journal. It is an ode to Kate Greenaway and her beautiful illustrations. So I've just done a topper there with K for Kate on the front from one of her books. I've got two books that are the Kate Greenaway Treasury, and I've decided to use one of them to make this journal, and there should be another one coming up, but that will be smaller in size. I think it's going to be a thinner one. Don't ask me when though. So we've just got a closure here. You've got a vintage pin there, which you can remove and move around. And I have beaded the signatures. It's only 2 signatures in this little lady. And I just loved this ditzy print that you might have seen that I got on one of my thrift hauls. So I've decided to leave the back nice and plain. And she just undoes with this little clip there, and I will take you through her. Now if you do want to, I will be putting up a silent flip through as well, so you could always wait for that one if you wanted to. So this is just a beautiful little poem from the Treasury book, and then we have 3 pockets. So the one for the tag, and then you've got 2 more, and I just decided to pop a picture of Kate in there and turn it into a little photo frame. Just a little cluster up the top, and then this one here, I don't actually know if it's Kate Greenaway, but it just suited it, and I'll tell you where I got that from. Old sanitarium card. I bought a few things off an auction site, and it had a turtle shell card case or something. I think it was a card case, and that was in it, and I thought, oh, how cute, that just has to go in this journal. Now I have popped my favourite storybook, Harry and the Roses, I think it's called. Because this has got the greens and the oranges, and he just had to go in here. So you could always put a couple of little photo corners in there and pop something over there, or a piece of note paper if you wanted to. That's just one of my sketches there, and I've just put my name down there, and it's on a page from the Girl's Own, and I just loved that image. Over here I've just got a little bit of writing space on some genuinely vintage, I believe these are from the late 1800s, one of my periodical bound volumes. That would be The Gardener's Life, that one. Over here we just have a little writing space with a fussy cut rose, and I thought this was quite cute. The Queen of Pirate Isle, so you can pause that and read it if you want to. But the first part, I first knew her as the Queen of the Pirate Isle. To the best of my recollection, she had no reasonable right to that title. I loved that. This is one of my multi-pockets that's a one-page wonder that I have got a tutorial of, but it is complicated. So you've just got little bits and pieces all tucked away in here. Cigarette card, because of the yellow, an old Monopoly vintage property card. So yeah, if you want to make one of those, I'll find a link and pop the tutorial in the description of this video. Then you've got a very old, that should be antique, that one, postcard, and just a cute little piece of writing paper. Oh, suited the theme and the colour, so I thought that I've popped 2 pieces of that in here because it was so cute. Thanks Rochelle for that. Over here I have made a little slide. Now that flower I actually found someone else had pressed in one of the antique books that I bought from the Red Cross. So I popped that into a fitting place in a journal. Any of these are just the genuine 1890s French ledgers. Just an old Belle tea card there. And I just made that out of, obviously, an old playing cards packet. It was really cool, and I just thought that would make a perfect, interesting pocket for this journal. Just a little cluster there with a metal button. Over here, just a little tuck spot that I made, and this is on rag paper from a book, and I loved the green writing again, and it's my own garden. And then I've just got a little French flash card and a piece of genuine ephemera. Lots of ephemera in this guy. And you've just got a couple of writing pages, just with a little bit of stamping and mixed media for a little bit of interest, somewhere to write. Little pocket there, a little bit of baby's breath or gypsophila on that guy. Little tuck spot there. And all of these images are Kate Greenaway. Over here, just a little pocket. It's an accordion pocket, so you've got lots of room in there. I've just put a few little pieces of ephemera. That's a genuine new old label, and one of those from 1904 from the Hanover National Bank, and I believe that's just a old receipt, just for interest. I can do that guy up later. Over here, just another fussy cut that I've stuck onto lace, and that pocket was there before I stuck that on. So what I did is I just got a piece of the plastic that you buy, your new silicone stamps come in, and I put that down into the pocket, obviously without the ephemera in, popped it under there, and then stuck that on so that when I stuck that on it wouldn't glue it to the back of the page. Just an old flash card. Old receipt, little bits and pieces in there. This is one of the letters, I'm guessing from 1882, Dear Kate Greenaway, and I just made that into a little pocket, and in there you've got a little letter, 1954, that you could read at your leisure. I think they were love letters. Dearest Stan, how's my man tonight? So that should provide a little bit of interesting reading there. I've got a whole bunch of those from redeemable junk journals, and I did a little video of that as well. Sneak that one away in there. More of that advertising. I've left a couple of pages that you could put a photo on if you wanted to, or add another cluster. Little writing space there, children's voices. I thought that fitted the theme beautifully. Bit of mixed media, bit more about Harry and the Roses. Do you know this story? This was when Rochelle gave it to me. It was really nostalgic, and I can't even place what age I was or why it means so much to me. I think it was when I was at primary school, West End. Might have been something that we were reading, I'm not sure. That's another one of my sketches, just an ink pen. And I just thought it was really gorgeous, the picture. So just a little balcony somewhere, probably not in New Zealand, probably in the east of France somewhere, I don't know. That's a genuine new old label, ledger behind, and just a little bit of writing space with a words are failing me, German scrap. Little poem over here, again from a very old vintage children's book. Just a pocket here with some Sanderson That's that heavy linen kind of canvassy feeling fabric, and just a few little bits and pieces in there. Another little envelope, that was one of Mr. Goodrick's from his wife Rita, so again could be considered another little love letter, so I'll pop that in there. And I just got this out of the book, so perfect little space to write, I thought. That is a genuine rose petal that I'd pressed, and I have just glued it down with some PVA glue and obviously stamped on it. And over here I've glued it down with PVA glue, but I haven't covered it in PVA glue. Who knew you could stamp on rose petals? I thought that was quite cute. Pretty old doily. Loved this colour. I haven't dyed that. That's the way I got it. So that had to go into here as well. This is a printable writing page that I have made, and I've just copied it onto coffee dyed paper. When I get that digital pack together, I'll show you guys. Over here, just another little tuck spot, still some room for writing, and just a very old photo postcard. Over here, another little tag, writing space on the back, and that is a genuine map, very, very old. That was from the Red Cross book sale as well. And if I show you the other side, it's one of those ones that's printed on that canvassy fabric. And then just a rusted paper clip that I've decorated, and a little envelope, and there's just some writing paper in there as well. Little photo and little Kate Greenaway illustration, and in there again somewhere to write, and then undo that guy and you've got more space to write there. This is very similar to the one that we've made for the Come Make a Journal With Me series. So if you would like to see that, I will try and remember to link how to make this page as well. And that's from her alphabet book. Okay, knelt for it. And I forgot in there a pocket, again just with the colours. Souvenir of beautiful Taronga Park. And you've got a whole lot of images in there. I'm not sure how old that is, but it is most definitely vintage. That's just an old cheque from 1894. That is genuine. And then this looks like a tuck, but it's actually a full hidden paper clip. So it's got 1, 2, 3 paper clips in there, and it's hiding a pocket behind this side as well. So I've just popped that in there for now, from 1906. I'll pop that back on later. So on the other side, you've got room to tuck something in there as well, and that was holding another piece of that beautiful paper that Rochelle gave me. And over here, little teeny tag with German scrap on it, and it's just made into a little tuck spot on the other side of that matte paper, but on this one I've just put a bit of ledger so that you could write, and that is just a decorated envelope. Hasn't got anything in there yet. I've just backed the window. So more writing space. Love that image there. And over here, that one just slides up and that opens, and you've got another tag in there just with some genuine advertising on it, little space to write. And then this guy opens up. And you've got a tag up there. And a nice big one there. Again from her book. And then you have one of those tall botanical cigarette cards. I think they're cigarettes, maybe tea. And another little coupon tag and little cluster on the pocket. A little key there and a cluster. And on the back page you've got On the Bridge, which is a poem. And that, my lovelies, is her. So she's only 2 signatures, but she's got a lot of love in her. She will be available on my website. Unfortunately, still we can't, well, I can actually send to America now, but with that 15% extra, it adds about $120 on top. So I will still close it off for now, because I don't think anybody wants to pay that, that's for sure. But yes, I just decided to make her a little bit smaller, not so chunky. She's a lovely size, and hopefully she'll find her forever home. If not, I do love this lady, Kate Greenaway, and I'm happy for her to stay here with me. Alright, my lovelies, if you enjoyed this video and you're new here, thank you for joining me. If you want to see more, consider that subscribe button. And other than that, thank you for watching, and mā te wā.